Jannah, Jannah, Jannah. This is hell, 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 hell. Even in those days there were people, those very people who were counting those beads, they joined the people who what? Who were the Khawarij. And they were fighting and massacring the blood of the Muslims. The Khawarij, they turned away from the religion. They used to read the Qur'an, but they never used to go beyond their throats. Even though they had a handful, most of Ahlul Madinah were people of goodness. This is why the Prophet on whom be peace sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, the best of generation will be my generation, the people who lived with him. Then the second best of generation will be those who follow them as their children that came up. Then he says, and the next best generation will be those who follow them, meaning the Sahaba, the Tabi'un and the Tabi'ut Tabi'in. The Sahaba, the people who saw Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The Tabi'un are those people who did not see Rasulullah, but they saw the companions of Rasulullah. And the Tabi'ut Tabi'in are those, the third generation that saw the Tabi'un. So can you imagine, Imam Al-Bukhari was born in a time when it was which generation? Good generation, wallah. So when he went to Makkah and he went there, that was when his real journey to knowledge take place. And after the pilgrimage, he stayed in Makkah and he became, and this was his first journey. And this occurred after he had gained whatever knowledge he took from his homeland. He stayed for some time either in Makkah and Medina. There's some reports says he stayed in Medina, he stayed in Makkah. However, he used to take knowledge from these two cities. It was at this time he started doing his writing, when he started recording and writing the notes and the hadith. And in Makkah he wrote a book that is called Tarikh al-Kabir, the big history. Tarikh al-Kabir. Tarikh al-Kabir means the big history, which is a biographical work concerning the narrators of a hadith. The narrators of a hadith. And these scholars of hadith, wallahi, they were so strict in the narrations of these hadith that if they heard a man, they heard a hadith from a certain individual, and this individual was known to be beating his wife home, beating her like an animal, wallahi, not even animals. You're not even allowed to slap animals. Did you know that? You're not allowed to beat animals. And some men beat their wives like, I don't even want to say animals, just because there was extra salt in the food today. Just because he had a bad day in the workplace. That's amazing. If they were known to be men who used to ill-treat their wives and beat them, or they used to stand and drink, or maybe they stand in the marketplace, or maybe they're people that's swearing, they never used to take hadith from them. Can you imagine this? Wallahi, today you do. A time will come, wallahi, the Prophet says, the ones who are trustworthy, you do not know if he's trustworthy or not. The people will say, this, I don't like his kalam is not right. And the one who is a liar, everyone is loving him. Everyone says, wow, I like this man, he's cool. He's proper chilled. He's a cool dude. And come upon the members and come upon the television stations are ruwaybida. People who only speak without knowledge. Ruwaybida. Destroyers of the deen. So everything is distorted today. Not only hadith, not only the chain of hadith, but everything is distorted. The man who is trustworthy, you see him as a man who is, you say, this man is a bit dodgy, I'm not taking no knowledge from this man. And the man who is a liar, you're loving him. And the people who come up on every forum and they speak, they don't even have to have, once you come up on television and wallahi, there's two criteria before people take knowledge today. As long as this man comes on television and there's a sheikh in front of his name. So you can be anything once you're on television. Isn't that amazing? That's sad, wallahi, this is really sad. Our measurement and our measuring instrument is destroyed. We do not know really where to take the knowledge from. So we are what? Confused. Wallahi, kullu hizbin bima ladayhim farihun. Rabbul Alameen says, kullu hizbin bima ladayhim farihun. Kullu hizbin bima ladayhim farihun. Every group is happy with what they have. No one wants to know about hadith, what's mutton, what's the chain, what's Imam Al-Bukhari was on about. Alhamdulillah, it's a privilege to be speaking about Imam Al-Bukhari. This is an honor. This is really an honor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward the facilitators of this program. Say Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward and preserve each and every one of you who are listening to something from the life of Imam Al-Bukhari. So concerning his travels, Imam Al-Bukhari, he went to himself. This is a writing from Imam Al-Bukhari. He says, I visited Sham, which is the Palestinian regions. I visited Egypt and Jazair, which is between Syria, Iraq and Turkey. And he says twice, and he says 4 times I went to Basra. 4 times I went to Basra. I stayed in the Hijaz for 6 years. 6 years he stayed in the Hijaz, the Arabian Peninsula, Makkah, Medina. He says, and I do not know how many times I visited Kufa and Baghdad, along with the scholars of Hadith. So he visited many, many places, wallah. He visited many places. It was in Baghdad that Imam Al-Bukhari met Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Who is Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal? There's a beautiful book, 16, 18 volumes of Ahadeeth, 16 or 18 volumes of book by Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Ahadeeth, beautiful Ahadeeth. So it was in Baghdad that Imam Al-Bukhari met with Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and Ahmad ibn Hanbal was always pleased to meet him. And whenever Imam Al-Bukhari would have to leave Baghdad, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal would become very sad. Can you imagine this? Who is Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal to Imam Al-Bukhari? Nothing. Nothing. Today you don't even want to see your own mother, your own blood brother, your own... Wallahi, you know it more than me. Each one of you know it more than me. No need to stir up any stories. I'm not here for stirring up stories. I'm only here to wake you up. So when I go away for the next 15, 20 days, if I come back, then at least you have something to think about. That's my mission here, really. I'm not here to tell you I'm more knowledgeable than you. Wallahi, this message is for me first. I was only calculating a while ago, wallahi, it was, how many years did I say? I said 9, 10, 11, 12. 15 years ago, I did this history. I memorized everything. I was at first year college, first year Sharia, 15 years ago. 9 years ago, I graduated, and then prior to this, 5 years ago. Wallahi, me revising this, I'm feeling honored. Because I'm revising, wallahi, I'm feeling really honored. Because now I realize to myself, you know what? You still need to go far away, Imam Imran. What are you doing? Still need, wallahi, I'm not here to tell any one of you pagal. I'm only here to help you, to tell you, look what? We have a mission in front of us. And the mission is to what? Get it right before it is too late. So Imam Al-Bukhari teaches. Now let's speak about some of his teachers. Wallahi, many of us, we have teachers, we can count them on our fingertips. Well, you know me, I used to sit with brother so and so, and I used to sit with brother so and so, and maybe 5, 6, 7. Yeah, my dad used to tell me, and then my granddad used to whack me in the head and put me down and read the sabak. We can count them, Allah, you can have them on our fingertips. How many teachers do you think Imam Al-Bukhari had? Oh, subhanallah. Imam Al-Bukhari recorded a hadith from 1080